Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Monday the 3rd of February. So, Trump's back in power, and we've obviously seen the reactions through many of the markets. Not all of them. There are a few that didn't feel the same effect, but certainly the trades I was in both felt it. Fortunately, one actually. I say one of them. Actually, one of them felt that the other one was weakening anyway. Right, let's have a look at these markets then. So we've got gaps all over the place. We'll start off with the Eurozone. Actually, I'm right into the weekly picture here. I was just having a look at the Canadian dollar to see how far back it went since it's been where it is at the moment. Anyway, we've got these huge gaps. Now, generally the gaps get filled. Now, if there was some sort of deal suggested with Europe, this gap could be filled very quickly, but I don't think anything's going to be that quick, and I'm sure there'll be some rhetoric first and some threats, and if not, another bill signed to suggest a 10% minimum tariff. We'll see. Either way, it's the great unknown, of course. No one knows which way it's sinking, apart from the trade balances are not quite like what you would like to see. Anyway, technically how we trade this, we just don't. Simple, really. I think there's so much risk in these markets. There may be opportunities to do things. It could be that we just guess. I think so. I mean, guessing, I would suggest like the pound might recover better than the others, but we're still not out of the woods. But it at the moment, if you look at the balance of trade, it's pretty equal, and it's pretty small. Directly, we should be the least involved, so we could well see this this might be the one if you really want to try and fill the gap. The logical one. Now the yen didn't move. We'd already seen some action. I said didn't move. There was movement, but it wasn't as violent as the others with the gaps or whatever else. I'd already been stopped out there on Friday evening. It pipped up and took me out of my short position. Never got to where I was expecting, as I said a short while ago in the room. We had the double bottom here, and it was just really proving very difficult. Even before that double bottom, there we go. It was just really difficult. So I got out on 0.6 of a percent there, but better than a poke in the eye or a loss. So at the moment, it looks like it's got more upside here, but it's slow. The dollar strengthening potentially, but that could all change quite quickly if any deals or anything else is said. Australian dollar, well, it gets caught up with the Chinese trade side of things. There's such big suppliers of China that well, there was no surprise to see this coming off again. It's not as rosy. I mean, it's just there's not such a light than there might be with the pound, but we're seeing very little movement here, or potential at the moment, I should say. Huge movement, little potential, but these gaps, they could. It's an uncertainty of whether they'll actually get filled and when they'll get filled. Canadian dollar. There's a natural thing to start selling the dollar. Maybe the central banks might intervene around the world that are involved and start selling the dollar. They've all got lots of them because they earn more dollars than they spend. That is the big risk, I guess, on the other side of things. We could see see all sorts of action taken here, in which case we'll see the gaps very quickly, but that's just speculation. New Zealand dollar, it does hit yourself. You are shooting yourself in the foot as you sell the dollars that you're holding, which are currently worth a lot more than they were. It's the same story across here. I look at it's a struggle to find anything on the majors that hasn't or isn't still moving significantly. Even the cross pairs, it's not quite so bad with the likes of the Euro Aussie, etc. Euro CAD might be a little bit more stable. But I say more stable when you look at what it did last week. There's hardly any stability there. But I'll just have to go looking at the other markets. Gold, it will come up for me. There we go. Gold didn't quite catch the gap as much, although it still had the gap, and it's pushing. Oh, it's gone Euro CAD. It didn't have a gap on gold. There we go. It's come back for me. Yeah, it had a little gap, I think, but it's now it's gone back to the Euro CAD again. It's alright, my system's messing me around here. It does this from time to time when I'm trying to do a update. There was a little bit of action there. It's not major on gold. Gold might still be seen as I wouldn't be looking to sell gold. It has got a bit of a bear flag in this short-term time frame, but the upper time frames are very much in a longer trend. And gold might just be seen as the safety area again. Oil's up, no surprise there. The balance and what's happening on oil, it flicked up there yesterday. Now this is one I will be looking for selling again at some stage, but I need things to settle down at the moment. For now, oil's pushing back up there, but I'm still my analysis of what I'm doing and the way I'm looking at it, I'm still expecting it to come back to about $70. But it's really upset the apple cart at the moment on the oil. Got stopped out in the gap there. Still managed a 1.6 return or something in that region. So 1.6, it's a bit less than that actually. It was 1.3 return, not 1.6. Anyway, doesn't seem much for a week or so holding, but that's the way it is at the moment. If things start settling down, I expect oil to be coming down with it, but at the moment I'm not betting either way. Equity markets took a big hit. S&P's gapped down massively on the futures there. We'll see what comes of those. There is no good news here in real terms for the markets. The things that have gone up are things like oil and gas, and most other things are either a few yen side of things are okay, but the equity markets have all taken a hit which won't be popular in the US. All three markets there taken a bit, have got big gaps there. FTSE down this morning. Oh, it sounds like it's now my chart's messing me around. Thank you. FTSE's down, but still sitting not far. Maybe some people start shorting the equity markets. Looks like the gap is pretty much done in on the FTSE there. The DAX. I mean, all of these gaps are tempting, but the knock-on effects and the unknown situation regarding what's going to happen with Trump in the Eurozone leaves these at huge risk. So, sorry, it's, having done all that as expected, it's one of those markets that has huge risks. I'll have a look through some of the cross pairs to see if we've got any potential on these, but it doesn't look good for me today. And there's days when you just stay out of the markets. Might be an early one today. Right, I'm going to leave it there for you YouTubers. I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Bye for now.